Good morning from Suffolk, Virginia. Hello, everybody. It is Thankful Tuesday. Let's get in here. Show some gratitude. Be thankful for anything that comes to mind that you're thankful for. I'm going to take a moment and share this so that people can find us. If I can find my phone. Okay. See if the P's can find us on Enlightened World Network. I don't even see it on Enlightened World Network yet. It says we're live. Okay, let's see if I can find it. Nope, I do not see it. That's weird. Susie Koff, if you're listening, please help. Because it's not showing up. Okay, well, I don't know if it's streaming anywhere because I don't see any of you on here yet. Let's see. No, it is not there, so I've got to get Sue to help out if she's available. Jennifer, how'd you find it? I can't find the live stream. So I'm not sure where you found it at, but we'll try one more time. Refresh. And nope. Do not see it. So where did you find it, Jen? Oh, it's on Angel Speakers, but it's not on Enlightened World. Let me see why. Unable to connect. All right, so we're just on Angel Speakers this morning for some reason. Okay. So hello. I don't know. We're going to have to check and see what happened on Enlightened World. You found it easy? Okay, well, good. I'm so glad that it was easy to find and that you're here, Jen. And Kathy Hand, good morning. Yeah, I don't know why. I'll talk to Sue later and see why it didn't stream on Enlightened World Network, which is our new home for us there in the mornings. Good morning, Deirdre. Thank you for sharing. All right, so let's do some heart-brain connection and connect in with each other and with those who are not here yet. Let's call in some of the P's that are MIA. Good morning, Sally. Oh, and we're done with 155 days of saying our affirmations together. I love that. So breathe into your heart and Release it back out with ease. Don't have to do any hard stuff this morning. Just easily bring in the energy of peace and release anything unlike peace. Breathe in love and let go of everything else. Anything that's causing turmoil or chaos in our world or in your heart, in your mind, let it go. And then breathe in again and hold somebody. Give a big heart hug to somebody this morning. Whoever comes to mind or whoever you choose, wrap your arms around them. Good morning, Tony. Morning, Leo. And Jen's calling in Blue. Jean, are you giving Blue a big heart hug? I'm giving big heart hugs. I made it to my new destination here in Suffolk, Virginia, and Richard, the homeowner, told me that we're about an hour away from Virginia Beach, which is where our Tammy Fisk lives, there in Virginia Beach. And it was a beautiful drive-in yesterday. The traffic on the interstate was a little hectic, but once I got past that, past all the congestion of DC traffic, then I arrived here and it's just beautiful. Driving some of these backcountry roads, it was like home. Growing up in Kentucky, that's what you have, are those big country roads, or little country roads, I should say. Good morning, Susan. All right, so let's say those affirmations together. This time I want you to put your hand on your tummy. That's where your solar plexus is. And we're going to really, really feel those affirmations today. I am worthy. I am enough. I am a spark of the divine. Miracles happen to me every day. I am joyful. I am healthy. I am happy. Whatever your affirmation is that you say, I know Brandy adds in there, and I love myself. So you can do that as well and give yourself a big heart hug. That feels good. If you don't have anybody else to squeeze on you in the morning, give yourself a hug and tell yourself how awesome and amazing you are, because you truly are. And I'm grateful for every one of you. Good morning, Andrea Gregg. Oh, you're hugging both Jeans. Yeah, I sent a message to Auntie Jean yesterday, but I haven't heard back from her, so I'm really hoping that she's doing okay. I miss her on the morning show. She just adds so much of a beautiful love flavor when she comes in. Good morning, Hope Wellington Marshall. I am doing great, honey. I'm absolutely loving life. I'm floating up on the clouds these days. It gets a little exhausting sometimes if I have to drive more than 3 or 4 or 5 hours, but I always bounce back. I get a good night's sleep and then get up with a smile on my face and gratitude in my heart. And I'm so grateful for each day alive. Oh, sweet one. Thank you, Sally, for sharing that hug. I love it. And there's our Blue. Blue, blue, blue. I miss you. See, I can rhyme too. It's not just the Fae that do the rhyming. And I got to meet the beautiful horses that are here. They're older horses, and they spend a lot of time out in their field eating the grass. And they both came up to me and said hello and let me love on them. There's 2 dogs in the house, and I'm sure you all will be meeting them. There's Champ and Bella in the house, and then there's 2 cats. So can't wait for you all to meet the gang that's here. There's a lot of field, so it's really, really big, the outside part of this world that I have come into right now for the next about a week and a half. So I'll be giving you all a tour, taking you out and showing you the outside world. I hear there's deer that come up in the field. I just saw some wild turkey when I went out and got my coffee and looked around. And yes, there's coffee, there's a coffee pot. Um, yeah, and the homeowners are wonderful. I really enjoy them and sitting and getting to know them a little bit. Oh, give Scooby my love. I did tell him goodbye before I left, and he walked me to the door and looked at me like, why do you have bags in your hand? I think Scoob was a little confused because it was such a short trip and to visit with Kathy and Bob and Scooby. Good morning, Gracie. Oh, it's so sweet to see all of you here. Well, do we have time for story time this morning? I'm thinking we might. The story time is called Forward is Forward. You like that? Forward is Forward, and it talks about keep keep moving, keep going forward. So let me see what Hope says first. Hope says she missed the Lion's Gate. Um, oh, I'm so glad that was beautiful, what you all did for him. Yes, I will take Carrie off the prayer list, and we'll pray for all of the family, and hope you can watch the replay of that Lionsgate experience. I can send you the link so you can watch the replay. All right, forward is forward. Martin Luther King Jr. said, "If you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, you have to keep moving forward." Forward is forward, no matter the pace. Life's journey is not a race measured by speed, but by courage, persistence, and faith. There will be days when your spirit feels like it can leap the mountains. There will also be days when simply getting out of bed is your victory. On those days, remember you are still moving forward. The size of the step does not diminish its value. The smallest movement still breaks the grip of stagnation. When we choose, even in our pain, even in our exhaustion, to take one more step, we honor the light within us. We send a signal to the universe. I am not giving up. I trust that even in this slow pace, I'm still on my way to the life my soul longs for. Dear angels, what do we do when we feel so weary that moving forward feels impossible? Dear ones, we see your tired hearts and your trembling hands. We know that sometimes the mountain you face seems unscalable, and your soul wonders if you can take even one more step. In those moments, release the pressure of how fast or how far. Let your focus shift from the summit to the single stone before you. If you can fly, then your spirit can soar. If you can run, then let your legs carry you in joy. If you can walk, then let each step be an act of gratitude. And if all you can do is crawl, then let your hands feel the earth beneath you and know that you are still alive, still moving, still becoming. Every breath is progress. Every heartbeat is movement. Do not measure your journey by the strides of others. Measure it by the courage it takes to keep going when every part of you whispers to stop. We walk with you in every step, no matter the pace, and we will never let you walk alone. The angels whisper, even the smallest step can open the door to the brightest dawn. Just keep going, dear one. You are closer than you think. Today, angels, I promise to keep moving. And yeah, sometimes it's a very slow movement. Sometimes it's a little faster. It just depends on what my body's telling me. And I let the body make the call. I don't push it and say, oh, you got to get out there and run. No. If running is not what you can do right now, walk. And if you can't walk, then crawl, just like it said. But whatever you're doing, keep moving forward. I so loved this message. I was at Dulles Airport yesterday, and thank you, Kathy, for the wonderful directions and how to get in and out of there easily. So I parked in the short-term economy parking while I ran into the airport to get my clearance for when I go through all those security lines I'm going to be going through over the next few months at the airports. And I got there, I found it with ease and grace. I found these wonderful people that made the whole process just go so easily, and I got through both the clear process and the TSA pre-check. I did both. And then I got turned around. Y'all know me. You know how directionally challenged I can be, right? So I knew how I had gotten from point A, coming through the airport doors, to where I was, point B. I knew that. And I knew I had to go back to find the shuttle bus that would take me back to the parking lot. So I'm coming down the escalator and I'm thinking, okay, I think I went through that door, but the signs that are posted said something different. And I knew that the driver of the shuttle had said to meet back at, and there was like a letter and a number. So now I'm looking up at the sign and I'm getting totally confused. So I walk and I walk and I walk and I walk. Seriously, I went all the way to the other end. And I'm standing there at a wall and I'm not seeing what I need to see, which is the direction to pointing me to the shuttle bus. And this lady walks in, an airport employee, and she took one look at me and she goes, "Are you lost?" those were the words out of her mouth. "Are you lost?" And I said, "Yeah, I think I am." And I told her where I needed to be and what I was looking for. And she goes, "Oh, honey, you walked the length of the airport and you have to go back to that part that you came from to be able to catch the shuttle." And I'm just standing there shaking my head like, all right, angels, I know you wanted me to get more movement, but I'm a little bit exhausted just walking over here, and now I have to walk back. But it was okay because my mind was up for it. I'm like, yeah, I do have to get back to the shuttle so I can get to my car so I can get on the road and get to where I need to be. So she tells me, well, I'm going that direction, but I have to get to work, so I'm not going to be able to walk slow. I'm like, okay. She goes, just keep up as much as you can. And when I get to a certain point and I don't see that you're with me, I'll just point you on to what direction you need to go in. I was able to keep up with her most of the way. I was surprised myself that I was able to walk as fast as I did to keep up with this lady who was, I mean, she was hustling. She wasn't wasting any time to get herself to work on time. And when we got almost there, that's when I felt it. And I'm like, I'm going to have to stop for a minute. So I slowed down and she saw that I wasn't right with her. And she told me, you're almost there. Once you get to this point that you're going, just turn left and go out the door and you're right there. So had I followed what my head was saying, that I needed to retrace my steps from where I was at with clear and just go out the door, I wouldn't have had that experience. But I'm sharing the experience with Ruth afterward, and she goes, oh, she was an angel. And I'm going, you know what? You're right. I didn't think of it that way. But you know how airports are. They're so busy and people are lost in their own heads trying to find where they need to go and if they need to catch a plane or find a person or whatever. And this angel walked through the door and said, "Are you lost?" So I'm very grateful for the experience. Oh, Kathy, don't be sorry. I'm very grateful that I was able to encounter an earth angel that took the time to see me and ask, "Are you okay?" And how many times do we do that? How many times do we see people floundering or maybe struggling to get where they need to be or to do something? And we just put our blinders on and we just keep on keeping on. Instead of like this lady, "Are you okay? Are you lost?" And I love that. We do it to little kids, right? Sometimes if we see a child that's upset and maybe they got separated from their loved one, we we always ask them, or I do anyway, "Are you okay? Can I help you find your mom?" Or, do you need a push in the right direction or what's going on? But just a person that's looking around like, "I don't see where I need to be." How many times do we just say, "Hey, can I help? Is there something that I can do to help get you on the right path?" So I think it was a beautiful experience, and it was really good for me to see that there are still compassionate people out in the world that don't know you from Adam that are still going to say, "I can help you. I can show you the direction to go in." So, yeah, I'm not sorry that it happened. Plus, I got a lot of steps in. I've been trying to up how many steps I take every day and my movement of my body, because I know when I get places like Egypt and India, there's going to be a lot of walking and a lot of moving around. All right, so those are my stories for the day. I hope that you got something from each of those sharings. Good morning, Annie7. Good morning, Brookie and Brandy. There you are. Um, Andrea, thank you. Andrea says, "Great message." And Sally says, "Isn't it funny how they do that to us? When spirit wants you to move, they will find a darn reason to make you move." They sure do. they're like, "Okay, time to get up." Just like my watch. My watch reminds me every hour, time to stand. And I'm glad that it does. It's not annoying to me to have that prompt, because sometimes I can sit at my computer for hours and hours and hours. And this way, I have something that nudges me and says, "Get up, go move around." Even if you just walk from room to room, that's movement. So, yeah, I'm reminded every hour to get up and move. Um, Sally says, "I usually forget something in the store and have to walk to the furthest corner." Isn't that the truth? It drives me crazy when I get there and they're out of what I needed in the first place. Yeah. Yeah, stores can be the worst, especially if you're not familiar with the store and you don't know where to find things. Kathy says, "I'm glad you found the airport. Bob is good at giving directions. He does so much driving to DC and Northern Virginia." Yeah. Yeah, it's quite a drive. It wasn't that long of a drive, but it was a drive. And I got a beautiful gift from our Kathy Hand. She let me choose a bracelet that she made. So, Kathy, I'm wearing it with love and remembrance of you when I look down and see it on my wrist. And I chose one with an symbol on it. So that's a reminder also to focus on what's real, focus on spirit, focus on God. And I love the chant of All right. So Kuan Yin says, "Be bold. If we have been taught to always settle for less than what we dream of, we may wonder if living is a boldly optimistic life. I'm sorry, if living a boldly optimistic life is unrealistic. but you are an adventurer, a divine explorer on the wild path of life. How well she knows me. You have been created with those bold dreams in your heart, and you are meant to fulfill them with the loving encouragement and support of life. Be bold. I love that message, and I really feel like that's applying to my life right now. How about you? Are you being told to be bold? Are you being told to step out of your comfort zone, to maybe do something a little different than what you normally would? Maybe take a different route to work or to the grocery store or wherever you need to go. Maybe to get outside the door and go outside into the world and see the butterflies and listen to the birds. Just explore life. That's the thing. That's what I'm an explorer right now, and I love it. I love exploring. I love seeing new things, and this part of the world is one I haven't been in before. So it's really pretty cool to see what's here and what's in the area. And I'm excited about where I am. Yes, Kathy, the stones that Sally and Tony sent me away with from their house, I have been sharing with the peas that have housed me. So Suzanne has one. Um, I believe I left one at Blue's. I hope I did Blue. I think I did. And Kathy Hand now has the beautiful stone that came from Sally and Tony. All right, let's see what I missed. Today is a court day for you. We'll go with you, Annie. Don't worry, we're right there with you. Gracie says, thank you for making our hearts laugh. It's actually funny and full of amazement when we see the big picture, actually sense and feel the miraculous moment in touches from heaven. Yeah. And Sally feels stronger this morning, standing up and being bold. I love that, Sally. And oh, you love that I'm passing the stones on to some of the peas. Yeah, me too. I will be taking some to Hawaii, where I will do land blessings and water blessings there and leave the homeowners with a stone from Sally and Tony. And then I'll be taking some to Egypt, to India, and to the UK. So Hope Wellington Marshall, you are going to be gifted one of Sally and Tony's stones. I hope that puts a smile on your face, my darling Hope. Love you so much. All right, so Angel's in my pocket. Is my pocket watching or is she sleeping right now? Because when I was there in the morning show, she just got so comfortable, she would just lay down and start snoring. So I don't know if she's awake or if she's uh, ready for the pocket reading. All right, so let's see what the angels are going to say to us today. Oh, awesome, Sally. Yeah, it was just an inspired thought when I got to these different peas that I'm seeing and wrapping my arms around. I thought, you know what? I have this bag of stones that came from Sally and Tony, so pick one. And I just let each one, I think I picked Suzanne's, but I let each one pick a stone. All right, so do not get caught up in someone else's illusion. Whoever is crying out that the sky is falling is wanting others to validate that it is so. Is your sky intact? I have a little funny to share before I read the next message. So it's very true that when one person cries wolf or says, the sky is falling, look at what's happening, that other people follow along with that. So when I was in college, I went to the University of Kentucky in Lexington. I was very young, right out of high school. And you know how young people can think things are really funny that you're doing. So me and I think there were like 4 of my friends were on a sidewalk where came up to a corner, And somebody, I don't remember which one of us, I don't think it was me, but one of us decided, let's trick people into thinking there's something going on in the sky. And I'm like, okay, I'll go along with it. So we're standing on the street corner, all of us at the same time are looking straight up, our heads are back, we're looking up at the sky, and we start pointing to the sky. There's nothing going on. There's not even clouds up there. But we're just standing there with this, look. And sure enough, before you knew it, there were a crowd of people that were looking up at the sky like, what, where? And it really does happen. So if somebody's saying the sky is falling, the world's ending, then guess what? You're attracting that energy, whoever's doing that. So make your thoughts positive because you're going to attract positive. If you're putting out something that says, oh, the sun's shining and it's a beautiful day, then others are going to look for that sun shining and that beautiful day. We really do affect others with our energy and with our movement and what we're doing in the world. All right, so let's go to the next one. Compassion is an expression of divine love that flows through all beings, connecting one another. Compassion is not just a feeling, but also an action. Compassionate acts, no matter how small, can have a profound impact on others and on the world as a whole, creating a more harmonious society. My angel from yesterday at the airport. That angel did a compassionate act. She didn't have to do that. She was focused on getting to work and starting her workday. But it was, can I help you? Do you need help? Are you lost? And it meant the world to me because I was so turned around at that point. I didn't know if I should just go out the door and be on the outside of the airport, not knowing where I was, or if I needed to turn around and go back. And she was a guiding light for me. So any little compassionate act may make a big difference in somebody's life. If you step into your heart center and close the door to everything else, you will find what you're looking for. We do. We have all the answers inside of us. When you are stuck in your beliefs and close off all possibilities, you put yourself in a prison of your own making. Fortunately for you, you still hold the key. That's the beautiful part. We don't have to be locked up. We don't have to be confined in our own muddy thinking or our way that is not working for us. We hold that key. We can step out into the light at any given moment. The last one. Dear ones, as you play in your learning field of life, it will be as easy or hard as you decide it will be, depending on the effort you put forth, your motivation, and your perseverance. Well, nobody ever accused me of not being persevering. I'm as stubborn as they come. I'm of Irish descent, and I don't give up very easily. Usually I don't give up at all, but what great messages from our little pocket book this morning. And thank you for being here to hear them, to experience this time together. And we had Kathleen Loso come in. Good morning, Kathleen. I'm so glad you're here. And oh, Hope, I am so ready to give you a big old hug. I can't wait for that time to come. Gracie says, this is Trusting Tuesday, and I'm strong in movement, mind, and spirit. Indeed, it takes all of us to be balanced, right? If we're just focused on one part, then the other parts are over there going, hey, what about me? So make sure you're paying attention to all of it, your mind, your body, and your spirit. And Hope said she read a book when she was so much younger called Chicken Licking. Similar story and so funny. Yeah, we were wild kids. We really were. And we loved to play pranks. I still like pranks, but I don't do them very often anymore. I used to. I used to be really teasing my brothers and sisters so bad. But yeah, I don't do that now. I'm more about bringing in peace and laughter and love into people's lives. Thank you, Deirdre, for our daily prayer. And I'll put that up on the screen as it is prayer time. Oh, Brandy, you are worthy. You are enough. Miracles and happiness happen to me every day, and I love myself. I love your affirmations. So, Deirdre, thank you for prayers for all humans, for Gaia and all who live on her back, world peace, attention to human trafficking, support for all families living with addiction, prayers for our troops, especially those away from their family and loved ones, and prayers for our United States. Thank you. And for any country in the world that needs that extra touch of love right now. I'm sending some over to the UK for our Hope Wellington Marshall to revel in. Um, Thank you, Brandy. Prayers for those with dementia of any type and those touched by suicide. And Brandy doesn't like pranks. Sally, you were always scaring people. Yeah, I didn't do scary pranks. I did funny pranks. And I got it from my dad. My dad was the biggest prankster that you could imagine. He Sometimes I think he was bipolar because he was such a funny man. He had a great, absolutely amazing sense of humor. Everybody loved him that was around him when he would make them laugh and be happy and upbeat. But then there was the other part that was a little angry at life, angry at the situation of, having to grow up so fast and take care of so many kids and work hard. He worked in the coal mines, so I understand that part that was not so happy, happy, joy, joy. And Sally, thank you for adding to the prayers for our troops, for the homeless, for the forgotten and unloved, for those that feel lost or lonely, for those who live in fear of another, and for our P family. May we all stand in our beautiful divine light and feel its grace. Absolutely. Thank you for that, Sally. And Gracie, loving good morning filled with bubbles of laughter and caring thought. Let's do some bubbles. We haven't done bubbles in a while. We focus a lot on manifesting, and I shared yesterday a new manifesting technique and tip for you. So if you did that, let me know. Let me know that you wrote out in red ink some of those things that you desire and see how quickly they come to you. It's a great way to focus in on bringing an energy toward you. Do it in red and then do with that paper whatever you want. All right, so let's go into our hearts. Let's breathe in this beautiful love we've shared with each other today, the beautiful prayers, the uplifting energy, and excuse me, let me clear my throat. And I do I do want to ask that you keep my niece Paula in your prayers. Keep her lifted up. We should know something soon about what was going on with that surgery that she had to have. And she is still in the hospital in Texas. So please wrap your arms around her and around her mom, Billy, my sister, who's away enjoying some away time from home and going to the beach where she can see the ocean. She shared it with me yesterday. And anyone else that needs lifting up right now, we lift you up in prayer. So let's breathe into our hearts. And when you release that breath out of your heart, imagine that you're blowing bubbles. Let's just blow bubbles. Isn't it fun? Just to let bubbles float up into the air. You know, there's the little gadget that you can dip into some soapy water and blow, and the bubbles just rise up everywhere of all sizes. There's big ones, medium, tiny, tiny bubbles. So, what does your bubble look like that you're creating as you exhale? Is there a bubble that is luminous and just looking like it's joy in the world? As you blow those bubbles, send out love, send out laughter. To me, when there's a bunch of bubbles at the same time, it feels like laughter rising up in the world. Let's raise some laughter upward. Just envision that you're doing this. You remember what it's like to blow a bubble. So let the bubbles rise up, up, up. There's nothing touching them, so they're not going to burst. They're just going to keep going forward and upward, rising up with your vibration. And you might blow some more along the way as you rise up from the 3D energy, the 4D thoughts, up to the fifth dimensional energy, which is pure love, pure manifestation. Whatever you're thinking when you go to that fifth dimensional energy, it's coming true. You're creating it in that dimension. In the fifth dimension and in the sixth dimension, you're putting things into form. So think it as you enter that fifth dimensional energy, and then rise up to the sixth dimension and see it real, see it happening, see it right in front of you. Keep blowing those bubbles as we rise higher and higher. We're going all the way to the great central sun, blowing bubbles as we go. And I see people blowing bubbles onto each other and covering each person with a love bubble right now. And I feel like I'm being splattered with love bubbles. So thank you, whoever's blowing bubbles my way. And let's raise all the way up now, bringing the prayers with us, the spoken, the unspoken, the ones we're holding in our heart, the P's that aren't here that we're missing and loving on. Let's raise them up with us and blow bubbles on them. And then we get to the Creator and we just pause. Let's go into the stillness, laying all of those prayers right down there. We don't have to hold on to them. We can just release them. And then watch those prayers rise up like bubbles. Watch them as they're being seen. And the Creator is looking at each one, listening to each word that we spoke, knowing that we are being compassionate in bringing the prayers forward. We're doing an act of kindness by lifting each other. And we ask for God the Creator, Christ, Divine Mother, all of divinity, all the angels and archangels, all of our loved ones in spirit, the ascended masters. We ask for the Holy Spirit to just bring miracles into each of our hearts, that beautiful touch of love, giving us a bubble of light and of love, and then answering those prayers that we bring forward for the best and highest good of all. And we say thank you from our hearts as we send gratitude and love to the Creator and to all of divine. We thank you, we honor you, we bless you, and we know and believe that all good things, All these miracles are coming from you. Thank you. We love you. Amen and Om Shanti. All right, come back here. Come back where we are, and let's get lots of love flowing, love and gratitude. Oh, and you tried the manifesting tool. Thank you, Grace Isis, for letting me know. Yes, it was a beautiful, beautiful inspiration years ago that I learned to write in the red ink if I wanted. It's like it's making it important, right? It's going to shine out and stand out. Brandy, Mira Rubin's getting your heart hug. Mira, I think she's not doing a show anymore. So that was my understanding, that she wasn't going to be doing that show. She did it for 5 years. So that was awesome that she was able to share her light every morning, just like we do here at the Cuppa. Good morning, Catherine Kovacs. Good morning, Pat Moss. All right, Deirdre's starting us out with a thank you, I love you. And let's get Leo singing to us, and we're going to get on with our day. Leo this morning.
It's time to get up and get ready because today's the perfect day.
Today's the perfect day. It really is.
Here we go. Come on, let's play. It's a beautiful day. If you woke up this morning, might as well be part of it.
I hope you got your cup full of joy this morning. Cheers to everyone out there. Lots of doggy love coming your way.
Take a deep breath, we're going into a new dimension. Morning cup full of joy, every day at 8. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy, with all the peas and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning cup full of joy, every day at 8. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy, with all the peas and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste.
I love you. Yes, hope Mira had a really good show, and I know she'll be missed. It was a great, inspiring show in the morning. Oh, Carrie Baker, thank you for coming on with us this morning. We're all wrapping our arms around you and loving on you. Full of joy with all the peas and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning cup full of joy every day at 8. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy with all the peas and the pod. Peas in the pod is us. We're all peas in a pod. Accept, align, allow. AAA, sending some love out to our Marietta. I always think of her when Leo gets to that point in the song. She taught us AAA, taught us EIWP. Everything is working perfectly, and it is. Thank you, I love you, namaste, y'all. Thank you for helping Leo at the end of the song with a big old woo. Oh, and thank you, Andrea. Woo, with love and peace. Absolutely. All right, you guys, I love you so much. Don't forget to put on your calendars tomorrow night at 7 p.m. We're going to work with Archangel Jophiel and get to know her a little bit better. We're going to meditate with her and get an attunement to her energy. So put it on your calendar, show up 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Now, this is live streamed. You can come on the Zoom call if you want and be right there as I'm teaching the class and receive that attunement with, I feel like it's more personal when you're on the Zoom call and you can feel it a whole lot better. But you can also watch it as it's live streamed and you'll receive the blessing, you'll receive the attunement, and you'll be able to feel the energy of Jophiel. But tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And I'm not sure what time that is for you in the UK, Hope and Pat, but I'm hoping that you can come in or you can watch the replay. And the replay carries the same energy as if it were happening at that time, because time, linear time, is not real anyway. So the energy is infused into the words and into the healing that goes out from it. So you'll be able to enjoy it. All right, I am out of here. Thank you so much for being with us this morning. Many, many, many blessings and bubbles of love to all of you. Keep the bubbles flowing today. Send out bubbles of love from your heart to anyone you want to send it to, and you'll receive it back. I love you, and namaste, y'all. I'll see you